Welcome back to the Chiropractor and the Paleo guy, and today we're going to talk about probiotics. Big thing that we want to talk about is the benefit of probiotics and how you guys can take probiotics. Two big things I want you guys to look at is the American Gut Project, a great project that is taking people's fecal and testing it and asking them a bunch of questions and then figuring out the benefits of our microbiota and what's it doing for our health. The other thing I want to talk about is we're going to be talking about Integro, a company that creates a good probiotic that is living probiotic, and it's called Flourish. Anyway, Jared's going to give us a little bit of information, and then we're going to kind of tie it back in with probiotics.
So what I like to do is talk about the practicality of probiotics, how you can use it in your life, where it has, where it fits in history too. So people have been eating fermented food, which have probiotics in them for eons. I think it's 6,000 years back, the Chinese were eating pickled cabbage, which is similar to modern day sauerkraut in Germany, but all cultures have some element of fermented food, which is great for that gut health. Bjorn's going to get more into the science of it, but as far as practicality goes, eating fermented food is a great way to have a good gut microbiome. Another thing is what you're not eating. Eating a lot of carbohydrates or starchy foods or sugary foods wreaks havoc on your gut. So you've got to not only take really good probiotics like Integro, but you've got to cut out those sugars and cut out those processed foods that are terrible for your gut microbiome.
And Jared hit it really hard right there. The American Gut Society talked about that there's anywhere between 500 billion to 1 trillion different bacteria in your gut that are influencing not only your gut health but your brain health. And what Jared said is people have been eating natural probiotic foods or fermented foods for millions of years, and that's why Integro is so good, is because it's actually a fermented style of drinking food. It has many different cultures. What the American Gut Project did talk about, that it's not necessarily one probiotic that you want to have a diverse form of probiotics. And so with Integro or Flourish, that has it has 6 different strands that are good for your gut. But like Jared said, what you eat influences what bugs do grow. So for instance, if you're eating a high fat, good protein diet with good mix of fruits and vegetables, you're going to have a really good diverse microbiota. If you're having soda pop and french fries and pizzas, your gut bacteria is going to be created for that. You're going to want to crave that in the long run.
Yeah, so another thing is prebiotics. A lot of people don't know about prebiotics. Probiotics are kind of the sexy thing to talk about. Kombuchas and kimchi and all these things that they sell at the health food stores, but laying a good foundation for that gut microbiome, like eating things like there's green banana flour, or there's jicama is a good prebiotic, apples are a good prebiotic, apple cider vinegar if you want to get real hardcore. But there's a lot of really good things. We'll put some articles in the links for you guys to check out on that. Another thing that you mentioned, and now I'm drawing a blank, is there's certain ailments that you'll actually get from a poor gut microbiome, like psoriasis is shown to have some causation from poor gut health. Also, upper respiratory infections. There's all sorts of ailments that you'll get from an unhealthy gut. And if you go to the doctor, they might say, oh, here's a pill to help that ailment, but they don't really look at what's your gut microbiome look like. There's not a lot of doctors doing that. Thankfully, we have doctors like Dr. Bjorn here at Nelson Chiropractic that do actually take a look at that in-depth process rather than just prescribing something to cover it up.
So to bring it all into perspective, how much probiotic should we be taking? What type of probiotic we should be taking? Biggest thing that we take is Flourish. Flourish is a living probiotic. You can have it in the fridge, you can have it outside the fridge. Biggest thing we do with this is we do 1 to 2 ounces a day with this. And like I said, different ailments, different things like Jared was talking about get healed, or they benefit more when you're taking a probiotic, is because your gut needs to be healed like that. For instance, they did research that it says that Lactobacillus rhamnosus, taking that helped with intestinal issues. diarrhea, loose stools. However, it didn't help with UTIs or vaginal UTIs because the bacteria Lactobacillus rhabdosis was not found in the vaginal tract. So having something that has a diverse thing, a diverse amount of bacteria is going to be the most beneficial. So we're going to have some links of some things for you guys to check out, some different videos, but go to AmericanGutProject.com. Also go to Integro and see if you can get a bottle of Flourish right away, and stay tuned for our next video.